Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is a potential series I might be starting up on my channel, given the feedback based on this video. Think of this video as sort of like a pilot episode for a series, and the series is going to be called Zero Death Jungling. And as you can tell by the title, this is going to be games where I have zero deaths, games where I feel like I have a really high impact on and close out the game very cleanly. So this is not just going to be like, showing cool KDAs and stuff. It's not actually about the KDAs. It's going to be about, again, the way that I navigate through the game and how I close out the game and making sure that I'm taking high impact, high percentage plays and not going for risky fights that honestly just slow down the game, slow down the tempo and get you thinking about a lot of things. So what I want you to get you thinking about through this series, the goal of the series is get you thinking about your deaths. I want you to see the way that I play these games and think about if I was to die in this certain situation, how many less options I will have and how much harder the game could be for my team to close out. Focus on winning the games you should win. Now, these games are so important. Like, these games will look on the surface level, and, it's like, I could probably do that as well, Nathan. But the point is not throwing these games and closing these games out very cleanly, efficiently, so there's no opportunity for the enemy team to get back into the game. So that's the key thing. It's like, yes, we could maybe do all these fancy plays and maybe we could push it further, but the idea is making sure the enemy team, you're sort of building a wall that the enemy can't surpass. You're going to win the game eventually. It might take some extra bit of time, but it's impossible to lose these games. And these games are so important because I see all the time reviews where this looks like a potential game that they should be having, but then they throw one fight and then they die again. And then they die again. Then they lose Baron. And then the games, and then someone's scale, like against a Kale or a Kassadin. And these games are so important because let's say you have this game, which you should win, and then you go into your next game and it's, you got like one of those quote unquote unwinnable games. Instead of being at net 0 LP, you're now minus 40. So these games are so important for making sure you're climbing the solo queue ladder. This is going to be focusing on taking high percentage plays. And you'll see me commentating through these videos about how I'm thinking, but I'm also going to do some pauses in between just to sort of explain my thought process a little bit more, because at the end of the day, during the heat of a moment of a game, it's going to be potentially a bit hard to talk about my entire thought process and all the information I'm accounting for. And the other thing here is just going to be highlighting how much stronger I'm going to be. I'm going to have more CS because I'm going to be on the map longer and have more opportunities to clear my camps and path efficiently. So let's just jump straight into the game now. Hear my commentary, and again, I'm going to be jumping in here and there to talk about the certain situations in the game. Again, covering all these things about how I'm thinking about closing out the game, taking high percentage plays, and my efficient pathing around closing out the game nice and quickly. Alright, so gameplay in this game. I'm thinking to play around my Lucian Leona. Mordekaiser is a bit annoying to play against, as definitely take Red Smite this game as well as Nunu, because level 6, he could just ult you and literally just kill you in an ult from a gank. So we'll just take it as it comes this early game here. So as always, I like to ward outside my red just for late invades, because I feel like it's the only way you can really screw up a Nunu is by late invading him, and then I'll just react. If they late invade. So, I definitely want to go bot side ASAP. What I'm thinking here is to do a blue into my good old red gank, mid gank. Because Ari has ignite. Oh, he's starting my Raptors. No. Ari's going to be potentially trying to play a bit aggressive, so I think I could do a lot in this early game. I want to make this really chaotic because I'm against an Amumu. So just ganks, 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 ganks. Just ping that up on my way for a level 2 gank. Because I'm really also thinking as well to contest Amumu on the first crab. So if he starts bot side here, I'm thinking about contesting him on top crab. Yeah, so mid hasn't warded at all. This is really good. I kite it to mid. So notice right there how I'm already thinking about the first crab. I'm thinking about contesting a Mumu. I'm seeing that Mordekaiser is showing instantly in lane, so my initial reaction already is Nunu is potentially starting blue. I think Nunu can maybe do leashless Raptors, so this might be a baseless assumption. But right now, again, that's just an option I'm throwing out there. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm instantly thinking, okay, I'm initially pathing around bot, but I'm actually starting to think about maybe my win condition is changing a little bit because I want to really mess with this Amumu. So let's just continue on here. And we do a W now. Probably just going to get a flash. Alright, that's first blood. And she has no TP. So why does this gank work? And why do I think about going for this? Simply put, this Ahri actually does have Ignite. My Sylas has TP. She's probably going to be thinking to play pretty aggressively and poke down the Sylas. And also, this is arranged into melee matchups. And in general, in League of Legends, the first wave or second wave, range champions, they have a huge edge over melee champs. Because if the melee champs wants to trade with a range champ, they have to walk into their minions, and then they're going to take too much damage because then they have to walk away, and the range champion doesn't have, they can easily move out of the melee minion range, so they're not going to take as much damage. So that's why I think that this can work. But also, this is killing a couple of birds with a couple of stones. Right? Originally, I'm identifying bot as a win condition. I really want to get my Leona Lucian ahead, but so then this is just like a bonus. It's sort of just like, yeah, I want to go bot anyway, but why not go for a mid gank? And Nunu's really good at this stuff. Nunu's one of the only champs that can execute this so well, specifically from blue to gank mid here. So that works really well. And then now we just want to start doing some camps. So I need to go top ASAP because again, Amumu started blue here. So I'm going to just ping on my way, or maybe I just need to go bot here. I think there hasn't been much heavy trade in bot, so I'm going to just walk top. He's actually just warded that. So this is a warded. Always keep track of wards. Okay, so I could have looked bot here. You see right now that, like, they're pretty pushed up. It's like this is probably gankable, but it could work. But you know what the higher percentage play here is? Again, going back to, I want to contest Nunu on this top crab, and I want to potentially kill this Mordekaiser top, because Mordekaiser top is going to be much easier to kill here, whether he has flash or not. I have a great setup for Camille. He's really hard to get away from me, and even though I said Mordekaiser is tricky as Nunu to play against, if you get him like 0-3 in the early game, you just can just keep going and killing him again and again. And Camille's a great scaling champ as well. So I'm doing a lot of things, but notice how I'm just adapting. I'm taking into account information. Just because I said bot was my win con, now I'm suddenly thinking, oh, I'm just going to go top side, and we'll see what happens after that. Maybe bot's still my win con. I'm not throwing that out of the window either. Might quickly do my wolves here just to be efficient, and then we're going to move to top side, contest this crab. And again, something could have worked bot, but we're just going to go top side because I really want to pressure this and, again, contest the crab, look for double crab. Again, my mindset is to make this game messy. So we're going to go for a quick smite consume on this. So quickly, just want to point out there, notice how I was waiting for the timer to hit dead on 3:15 so I get a perfect snowball so I can just insta-consume. The speed in which you can take these crabs is really important, especially the first crab. It's impossible for Amumu, even though he's here, to counter me there. You can't beat a Nunu with consume smite on the crab. If you get in there dead on as it spawns, perfectly timed. Alright, and then we're going to utilize this move speed to go for a mid gank. We know he has no flash. Let's just go for some. Oh, I could have gone for mid there. I could have gone for mid. He's just going to flash this. That's good. That's good. So Mumu could have looped rack down to bot crabs. We need to ping this for our team. I'm going to clear this ward for some pressure. And then we're going to gank mid because the wave's in a very good position. But Ahri's playing very safely. So I think what we do here, she's not going to fall for this gank, so we're just going to go for a nice... Oh! Yeah, I actually don't want to get the move speed there. Alright, so set aside that, that's just like a little mechanical thing there. As a Nunu, you don't really want to be getting the move speed to get the Gromp because it's very hard. The harder it is to drift, the faster you're going, obviously. Two things here I want to point out. Notice how I'm always thinking about where a Mumu is. If a Mumu's not on top crab thing, I'm instantly pinging the bot crab. Thinking about a Mumu going to bot crab. And then the second one is that I could have maybe ganked mid. It's, you know, it's definitely potentially gankable, but I'm respecting that Ari knows I just showed top. I just showed top at the end of the day. I'm going to respect that she knows she's going to be prepared for that gank. So it's actually sort of like, again, like if I was not on the map at all, to kill Ari there, it's like 80-90% chance. But because I have showed top, it gets bumped down a little bit to about 60 or maybe 50%. And that's not really that high percentage. It's a bit coin flip. We're in the 50% bracket. So I just decided to do Gromp, and then I'm going to potentially look to just base and then go bot side. It's fine. We'll do Gromp, and then we will reset and go bot for Dragon. This is a pretty good early game right now. Leona's there to hover. It's alright. I just reset. And I tell my team bot crab is gone. So I like to get boots over Dark Seal here because it just makes my W ganks a bit better. Ideally, best case scenario is obviously I reset for a Dark Seal, but this still works. And then we're going to go straight out of base and W Raptors here. Mumu could be on these Raptors, could be taking these and could be ganking mid. I probably need to ping mid here. Oh, great, he's not on them. That's really big for us. So that means he's probably top side. So we need to be careful, and he's missing bot. Let's get a lot of control here. Notice that I'm also tracking the enemy support. I'm thinking I'm getting all this information. And he's missing bot, which means I don't really want to be making any aggressive plays right now. My Lucian's taking bot wave, my Silas is taking mid wave. Let's just relax. Let's wait for an opportunity. Let's wait for laners to get priority. Let's just wait for an opportunity to present itself. Alright, they know we're here, so let's just back off. We actually really want to kill this Ari again. No flash. Alright, great. We just do Dragon here. We have a lot of vision. You might have missed that, but we actually just see it on the screen now. Amumu instantly showed on the minimap. I instantly react to just go instant Dragon. Free Dragon, bam, let's take it. As long as top doesn't die. Okay. They're panicking on that dive. Excellent. So I might save my smite for the Gromp still. Camille wants me top. Maybe could have reset and helped her top. Moon is probably resetting. We'll clear this ward here. Look to help bot. No, we're all good. They want me to dive, but Amumu's there. No, we can't. I'll just hover in case they do make some plays. But I really just want to go, yep, just keep clearing. Such an important decision right there. That was potentially diveable. And I don't know for a fact if Amumu's bot, but if Amumu just showed top, he's probably cleared, you know, he's all these top camps after that. That's why he goes for that gank. He's potentially going to be going bot side now to, you know, check his bot camps. Obviously, I snagged his Gromp there. But again, do you see I'm just taking very safe, relaxing, high percentage plays. I don't need to do this to win the game. I've already had a good early game here. We've got a Dragon on 1-0-1. We're going good. I don't need to risk that sort of stuff. My top camps are spawning soon. Really important, the speed in, you know, tracking the enemy jungle and deciding. Even though my team lane wants to dive, you need to tell them. Until you're in high elec challenger, laners are not tracking junglers like you are. It's your responsibility. You're the one that dictates aggressive plays and ganks like that. Oh, Amari's back. Yeah, okay, we can get her ult here. There's no wards we're walking on. And we just back off straight away because she avoided that pretty well. Right, we're just going to show walking through mid here. Not too bad. And we just back off here. Alright, that's Annie's Ignite or Ara's Ignite. So Camille wants me top. I probably should have looked at that wave there. I think I need to head there ASAP. I'm going to just quickly snag this. But I probably should have gone top. Yeah, I definitely should have done blue here. We can go for this now anyway. No, I should have given that to Camille. It's my bad. Alright. In general, as Nunu, especially when you're playing around, you know, champs like Camille, like Curry's, if the champ's dead, they're dead. Let them ideally get the kill. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part. You really want your laners to be getting kills and not you running around the map as a 10-0 Nunu. Alright, so let's do Gromp and let's reset. Create an efficient jungle path around bot. I really want to start hardcore playing around bot now. Alright, let's do Rift Herald, I think, here. Look at the speed of that decision. You see how quickly it changed? I'm pathing around bot. Oh, Annie's just died there. Amumu's now showing top. Silas is about to have priority mid. Camille's obviously pushing up top. Let's just go for this Rift Herald right now. Mordekaiser's going to be back. This might be a little bit risky. Just going to quickly get this. Silas should be coming to help me. Alright, we just charge up a nice W here. You see how the way that I'm playing this fight, I understand as Nunu, I'm just not going to walk around and just whack people with auto attacks. I use all my abilities, do my job, get the Rift Herald, sort of waste their time, sort of sit around dodging, then I'm going all the way back, and then I'm going for another W. This is Nunu's strength. You're literally useless just walking around just whacking people with auto attacks and your consume and your snowball to an extent. So I want to show, just identify the mindset of how I'm thinking about fighting. This is your champion identity as Nunu. You're all about your snowball. So going back here, instant snowball. Again, the speed that I'm making the decision, understanding my role in these team fights. Make sure we're being efficient. And we just back off now. So that was a pretty good fight for us. Finish off this crab. Who got the Herald? So Camille actually got Herald. So what I'm thinking now is actually to play around top side. Utilize this Camille to break this tower. So let's create an efficient jungle path around. Even though we've got a lot of gold right now, I'm not looking to fight at all. I'm just going to create a nice path around top side. This is really important. Notice how I said there I'm not looking to fight at all. I just need to reset and play around top side. Right now, there is nothing more important for me than to go to top right now. I have this piece of information that Camille got Rift Herald. I really want to utilize that to potentially break top. And so this is important why I said I'm not looking to fight at all. Even if people are coming to kill my Lucian, Leona, or Silas, I'm not going to help them. Even if I could, I'm going to let them die. Because I know that I'm going to win the game through going top, not through helping them. Like, they can die. I'm still not going to lose the game. I'm all good. I can get way more top than we could ever get from killing Silas. I've got a Rift Herald to utilize. So right now I'm just thinking doing Raptors, Red Krugs, reset top. Very powerful mindset. Understanding when it's a time for you to win the game and not help your team or compensate for your team. Bot's all good. Let's just keep killing this Mordekaiser. It's just too easy to kill. So I'll tell my team on my way top. Just so he knows that I'm sort of on my way. I'm going to be happy to trade this dragon for this top tower, I think. Notice how comfortable I am. Happy to trade dragon. Yeah, just a dragon. I always see lower elo players really fixated on dragon. They think it's the be-all and end-all. You could argue, well, like, I could easily get this dragon again. Why not go top kill Mordekaiser again, break the top tower? We could maybe even get dragon anyway, because I'll do that play so fast efficiently and Mumu won't be able to react. Maybe, maybe not, but again, I'm forcing the enemy team to react to me. Ideally, we can get both. We'll see how we go. Yeah, I'm coming. Ideally, I'd Rift Herald here, but that's alright. Now let's get Sunfire here. And then we're going to start building Ninja Tarbs. Oh, no, we got so much I need. This is a very slow base. I need to get Merc Treads this game. I mean, even though I've already got tenacity in my build, I just like the extra tenacity, but also the magical resist is so valuable against their team, right? It's not like Misfortune's out of control right now. Alright, so they actually want me to come to this dragon, so that's alright. I think this works as well. So notice the adaptation there. Camille, like, yes, it would have been the better play right now to actually go top. And maybe I could have communicated in hindsight. I should have communicated in Camille saying, don't worry about dragon, don't worry about dragon. But because she's here already now, it's probably too late. I can't just tell her to go top now. It's going to take too long. Let's just get dragon, and then we can sort of see, you know, what we do after. So this is sort of me, you know, this could be a bit sloppy, but this is just me embracing the chaotic nature of solo queue. This is one of the solo principles I always talk about with my coaching clients. It's not going to go perfectly. You know, I had a perfect plan in my mind. Camille's done something else. You know, again, this is just the downside of just communication in solo queue. So I need to adapt now. Now we're going to be looking to go for dragon. We'll see if we can actually get something here. Oh, I really should just back off here. And then we just start dragon. Camille's actually Rift Herald mid. So this is pretty messy, but we can adapt. Take our Raptors after this. Let's see if we can actually get something here. Very nice by Silas. Alright, so now let's look bot. I'm going to look bot here. Leona doesn't have ult. Yeah, just back off. They've backed off. Notice how quickly I decided to back off there. Just go straight to crab. I could have easily kept on going for a snowball on. But understanding to cut your losses. Okay, I went for a snowball. Didn't work. They've backed off instantly. Like the speed, decision making there to go straight into crab can be the difference between maybe getting to another play. Really want to emphasize that. Knowing when to cancel your snowball as Nunu. Now wait for the CC to go off and then consume. One shot, they're actually engaging here. I'm going to start with a very short range. W here, we'll go on Misfortune. We'll let him finish this off. Do some style points with ult. And then we're going to go contest his blue buff. Oh, actually, this is maybe a little bit greedy. Nari's missing, but we do have that Scuttle Crab. He's actually on my Raptors right now, I believe. Yeah, he just took Raptors, it's alright. Maybe should have actually gone to contest those. Whether that blue was greedy or not to go for, again, emphasizing the speed in which I made that decision could be the difference between me getting the blue or let's say Mimi jumping him over the wall, you know, looking to try and, you know, fight me. I mean, I probably would be able to get away from it anyway if he's queuing over the wall. You know, obviously Mimi took my Raptors there, but again, emphasizing the speed decisions. That's because I'm instantly thinking as I'm going for that bot gank, what can I do? What's up? Oh, like his blue's up. I can maybe go take that after. Like I have all these things in my head ready to activate once certain conditions are met. Their bot lane's dead. Probably pretty easy for me to invade. So we're going pretty good for CS as well right now. And we're going to reset for Merc Treads and then go straight mid and look to break this tower. This is where we can just start running down mid with tier 2 boots, Snowball. And let's just keep building the magic resist, I think. No, we should go for health first. Health's a very good start on Nunu, so probably look to build Force of Nature here, I think. I'm really liking Force of Nature at the moment. Abyssal Mask's also okay. Alright, that's... Oh, Annie's here. Maybe we can look for something. I could have easily pathed out a base just to do my topside camps, Gromp and stuff like that right now. But right now is such a key moment in the game. I really want to like pressure or maybe even counter gank, and just being mid just in case something happens is really important. Like as you could see right here, then when they look like they're about to engage on Silas, I've got to be there ready to go. But if I was to go to my Gromp blue right now, I couldn't do that. This stage of the game, like the 10 to like 14 minute mark, is really crucial to be at the right place at the right time, because then we could break mid tower off this. And look at right now, I'm thinking mid tower definitely want to break. It has 2 plates, might be a bit difficult, but again, I'm putting myself in the right place at the right time. In terms of efficiency, I have 95 CS by 13 minutes, and this is again because I have 0 deaths. I'm so far ahead. Like I can take some time in the game to relax, breathe, and be like, okay, I'm going to just be here for some potential opportunities versus, oh, if I'm behind, I'm like, oh, I got to go do my blue and Gromp. I mean, you know, look at some of your Nunu games as well. It's like, when have you had 95 CS at 13 minutes? Again, it's because you haven't probably pathed efficiently, you haven't had a clear direction always in the game, and you probably have a couple of deaths by now. Again, this is the point of the series. We're just going to walk into his top side because remember we just showed bot side. Again, always eye on the minimap. Need to be careful here, just back off. Top's missing right now as well. Now let's just go for another W, just keep going for these. And that allows us to break this mid tower. Notice some information I was processing there. Mordekaiser, top, like thinking about, you know, where they are. That snowball, I actually was really hesitant to go on that one. I was very, very happy to cancel that straight away. That was my mindset because I didn't know where Mumu and all that sort of stuff was. Even though I said I knew he's around bot side, but I do have a Leona here as well. She doesn't have ult, but really ready to cancel that one. But I always like to go for them. This is what I call like fish hooks. It's sort of same as Lilia E. As Nunu, I'm always throwing Ws. I'm just going for a W, going for a W. I probably do about 2 or 3 times more Ws. I fail a lot of them. They don't work. But the ones that I hit are game changing. Really important as Nunu as well. Just be looking for as many Ws as possible, especially around the next objective. In this case, it was mid tower. We actually might go top here. I think I can dive top with ult. And he's mid here. Oh, I think that ward caught me. Look mid here. Just always look into pressure. And let's just take Rift to close out this game. All our jungle camps are spawning. I am paying attention to that. Need to clear those as soon as possible. So notice right there, I understand that Rift Herald, I really need to close out this game here. But I'm also considering my jungle camps. I do want to clear them as well, but you know, I do want to get Rift Herald as well. That's more of a priority right now. As long as you're considering these options, instead of just thinking Rift Herald, Rift Herald, Rift Herald, not thinking I have to sort of do my camps as well, is important. I mean, I should even say right now, I think should be thinking about counter jungling his Raptors. You know, Mumu's just dead right now. So also thinking about counter jungling as well should be another option. So next objective is definitely Dragon. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create an efficient jungle path around Dragon. And what that's going to look like is doing blue, Gromp, skip our wolves for tempo, and then just go straight bot. Wolves aren't that necessary at this stage. I got so much experience on the bot side of the map. I want to really get that bot grab ASAP. So there's a lot of things going on there. I couldn't really counter jungle anymore. I didn't really want to. I probably would have just taken Raptors, and my Silas and Leona was resetting. So the time that it takes me to walk to his Raptors, take them and come back, is about the same amount of time it takes me to do blue Gromp wolves. Which one's better, 3 camps or 1 camp? And I'm going to be pathing efficiently around what I've identified as the next objective, which is dragon. So notice how I always have direction in the game. I'm going bot, so I need to clear my top camps to get them off the map. Then I can reset and then go bot, and then we're going to be looking to get dragon. So I'll start pinging this because this next drag's really important. Do a short range W in between my auto attacks there. It's fine. And then let's start building Force of Nature here. Could sell my refillable potion for another controller, but I'm just going to keep my refillable potion to stay healthy in these fights. We're 3 levels ahead of Amumu here. So I don't do wolves there because of tempo. Ideally, you want to be getting to the dragon. I didn't actually was able to check in, but I said the thing that I just said in the last little clip, that dragon was spawning. You want to be there around 60 to 90 seconds before it spawns so you can get ready to set it up. Wolves is, I don't need to do wolves. I have so much options for experience. I got to go to bot crab as well. It's important. I want to try and get that off the map. Raptor's red, so wolves is actually a waste of time. It actually slows down my game by doing that. Again, I want to speed up the game, close out this game in the next couple of minutes. Got Rift Herald, but not really thinking about using it right now. Just going to be, maybe we can use it to try and get priority of mid for a free dragon. But I just want to fight them on dragon here. Take this crab. Reposition my control ward I'm thinking about, because remember my control ward's here right now. We can go for a W. I messed up my W. Let's control ward this. And then let's actually Rift Herald the side lane here. Always utilize move speed on this. So why are we Rift Herald in side lane rather than mid that I originally said to try and get priority? Side lanes are so much better to Rift Herald on the second Rift Herald. Once the first tier 1 mid tower is broken, all the outer towers, I mean, I guess you could say, well, like, you should be using it to break top. Side lanes, well, especially the fact that dragon, it's just going to be better than mid because side lanes forces multiple people to react to it. And it's so much easier to defend mid than side lanes. If side lanes are happening, then people are like, oh, we all got to go here. And it's such a real risky place to walk in this location. We have full control of it. So if the Rift Herald's up here, the enemy team's going to have to walk all the way around here. But if the Rift Herald's here, they can just relax and just come here and still come down to pressure this. But they have extra distance to walk if they're coming from here. So I love pressuring sidelines with second Rift Herald. It creates opportunities. It's not about breaking the tower second Rift Herald. It's using it as sort of as a distraction. Think of it as like a decoy grenade in like CSGO or something like that. Or like even a smoke grenade or something. It's just like we're doing some distraction and then we're going to be doing something else on the other side. And in this case, we're going to be doing dragon. They could be getting engaged on. Yeah, they're getting TP'd on. So we just go on no. And that's a good old flush W combo that I really like doing. Let's quickly take these camps. Oh, maybe we might try and jump over the wall here. Let's charge up a nice W. We don't need to go for the dive, not necessary, but you can go for it there. I'm very tanky still. Back off, take dragon. Notice in that fight how I'm using phase rush. I know that I go instantly in there, the enemy team's all there, so then I'm instantly running out to try and dodge all skill shots. Again, that's why phase rush Nunu is so good. You can go in and then go out really quickly and then you can go back in again. So sometimes when I see lower in low players, they go like, okay, I'm in and now I'm in. I got to use my E and my Q. I just went in with W and then I ran away and then came back with my E and Q. Oops, that's the wrong way. Sometimes a mistake there. Yeah, with your W snowboard, it goes based on where you're facing, not where your camera movement is. Save my consume. Their blue buff's coming up very shortly. I am going to go take it. Why not? There is a ward on this. I'm just going to get this real quick and get out. I can also buy Force of Nature here, which is really nice. And so next objective is Baron. This is sort of a brief opportunity where I can quickly take some Krugs. Always looking for opportunities to take Krugs. My team is fighting. I probably need to be pinging them to back off right now. Maybe I should have reset to actually come help them. I shouldn't have reset to come help them. All I need to do is ping them to back off. Again, look at right now. There's nothing really more important to do on this map right now. Let's just continue getting this farm, getting super far ahead. Remember stonewalling, making sure the enemy team has no way to get back in the game. As long as I'm going to have like 100 by the time I clear Krugs, Red, Raptors, about 152 CS. I'm almost to the clock. You know, I still have 15 kills of the 21 kills. I have high kill participation, but there's nothing more important for me right now to do than actually do my camps. Baron's not up yet. If Baron was up, I would probably actually reset right there. Don't even do my Krugs. But right now I'm thinking, you know, my team can, you know, if they die here, they die here. That sucks, but we're not going to lose Baron anyway. It's all good. I'll just go do something else. Take camps. Again, important mindset. It's not necessary to fight here to win the game. Just get strong from your camps. But we're just really far ahead at this point. I'm just going to keep farming. There's not really any way for us to accelerate this game without just wait for Baron. Just be as strong as possible, maintain my 3. It's going to be a 4 level lead now over Amumu. So this mindset's got me a 4 level lead over Amumu. You think the enemy team can come back off one fight? As long as, again, I'm still not dying? Not possible. I'm 4 levels ahead. I'm literally 2 levels ahead of even my mid laner in this game. Oh, sorry, 1 level ahead. The Moon is level 9. 3 levels ahead of my Leona and Lucian. My Silas is doing very well this game. But we did help him a lot out with those early ganks. So, again, still doing our job as a jungler. I think we can build Deadman's here. Or maybe Abyssal Mask. Let's just get the Giant's Belt and then we can adapt after that. So we've pathed really efficiently here with the most CS in the game. And we've impacted the map. And, you know, we're even higher level than our 13-0 Silas. And that's going to be GG here. Alright, that wraps up the game here. Let's just quickly take a look at the match history and some final thoughts from this video. Okay, so here's the final match history. As we can see here, our Silas did a lot of work. I sometimes get questions about, well, your damage. I mean, obviously, Nunu, you're going to be building full tank, but it's like I feel like I'm doing no damage in the game, Nathan. Like, at the end of the day, our path in here, we played around win conditions. We got people really far ahead, you know, especially our Silas. We did help out the Camille a lot. He didn't really do too much. But again, we sort of made sure that Mordekaiser had no chance of really carrying this game. Other things here, I want you to notice my game plan, how I kept switching. I did some things mid. I originally wanted to go bot. Bot wasn't heavy trade in the early game, so I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go top. And again, the big thing was, again, thinking about contesting and movement on crabs. But I'm also doing 2 birds with 1 stone right there. Making sure Mordekaiser is not getting out of control, because Mordekaiser is actually pretty good into myself, you know, Leona, Silas to an extent. So you want to make sure, again, he's not getting out of control. My bot lane was going all good. Didn't really need to pressure that. Again, I kept on trying to think maybe we could go there. I did some pressure there. But I'm just really free-flowing the game, embracing the chaotic nature of solo queue. The other thing as well is the fighting. Again, the way that I'm using snowballs as W. And if you really look at the plays here, whenever a play looked bad, I instantly backed off it. The snowballs, it's like, okay, just back off straight away. Didn't need to go on it when you don't need to. Really high percentage plays, took dragons when Amumu showed top. Really textbook League of Legends, efficient path in, especially when Camille, let's say, had Rift Herald, and I was like, all right, okay, I want to get that tower, so I clear my bot side and then go top. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'd love to get your thoughts on this sort of style, this series that I might start up, Zero Death Jungling, or if you just want to see more of my gameplay. I'm also thinking of making another series called Mott's Mistakes or something, where I actually just go over games where I just make a lot of mistakes and break down the mistakes and why I lost the games, or maybe even won the game as well. You can definitely be making mistakes when you win a game still. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.